Awesome. Okay, guys, welcome to the class tonight. It's going to be really low key because that's how I like to do things, is super low key, and uh, to make it so that it's relevant to you guys as well, and you guys can take this information and perhaps use it in your own practices. So we are going to be talking about. Miranda asked me to talk about my doula work and what I've used oils wise and doTERRA actually in general, not just oils. I've actually found that more of my doula clients and as a midwifery student are actually geared towards our supplements, which has been really cool. We've been using a lot of supplements and with good feedback as well. So we're going to just talk about essential delivery, so essential oils in the delivery room, and I've been a doula for 15 years, and I know Jackie said she just got started as a doula with a passion that's been forever. Nikki, and I know you've been a doula for what, like 40 years or something crazy like that?
Yeah, no, for about 13 years.
Yeah, awesome, very cool. With a passion that's been there forever, I'm guessing. We were just talking about birth work is one of those things that it's like a fire in you. It's just like it's something that's there. It's a passion that just kind of springs up. So it's pretty awesome. We're going to jump in and we're going to just cover essential oils in the delivery room. And I have to put a disclaimer out because we're not trying to prevent, treat, cure diseases. You guys know how this goes. This is all the fun house cleaning stuff, right? Right. Your lifestyle change can help prevent disease. Your doctors treat symptoms and fix broken parts. Your body cures diseases. So we're just giving you my personal experiences of what I've done, what's worked for me in my doula practice and as a midwifery student. So what we've got here, let me change this around really quick. To enhance the delivery, we are going to talk about some things that I've learned as a doula over the years, and things that I take to my appointments when I meet with a new mom. These are the things that I really hit home about, is knowing their surroundings at home, knowing their surroundings at the birth center, knowing their surroundings at the hospital, whatever route that they choose. Understanding their surroundings is important. And what does that really mean? That basically means know where the toilet is, because laboring on the toilet is amazing. So it's not, and then know where the pillows are, know where the rags are, know where, if you're at home, know how to work the stove if we need to, boil up scissors or something, because, home births, sometimes the midwife gets there and sometimes the midwife doesn't. So it's good to understand your surroundings, know where things are, know where the pillows, where the blankets, where she's put her chuck pads, know where things are at home, know where things are in the hospital, and make sure these conversations are being had. Consider additional help. So if you're the doula and she has no partner and maybe it's just you, I would encourage her to allow you to introduce her to a secondary doula. It's nice to have multiple hands because sometimes things happen, and having a second pair of eyes and a second pair of hands is really, really helpful. Educate our client, and you guys as doulas already know this, and that's why you do this as a doula, is educating our clients is so important, because we don't work for the doctors, we don't work for the midwives, we work for our clients. And in order for them to make choices that are empowered choices, we have to educate them so they're not doing things out of fear, especially currently right now. This is really important. Have goals for the delivery, but be open to change. So we like to set delivery goals and aspire for that, and then also be able to take some detours with a smile on our face. Learn of natural and medical intervention. So again, I'm preaching to the choir with you guys, helping the mama to understand in the birth room, especially in a hospital, the doctors come in, they say things really quickly, and then she's like a deer in the headlight, and then they leave. So I like to encourage questions like, hey, Judy, did you understand, did that make sense? And she's usually like, nope. So we're like, okay, let's explain it a little more. So understanding what these natural and medical interventions might be that the doctors are explaining or trying to encourage is really, really important, so that we can assist them through labor and through postpartum. I had a doula client once tell me, and it kind of like hit home, I felt bad, But she was like, you know what? When I got home, I was bleeding, you know, like a period. She goes, I had no idea you bled after you had a baby. And it, for me, that was like a aha moment. Like the tiniest things we need to educate them on, because she was shocked that she was bleeding after having a baby. So that was where I dropped the ball by not educating her. So I love this portion of the presentation, is really just hitting home on the little things too, and asking her if she wants to dig in and learn more. Use essential oils, right? That's a given. Let's use essential oils. So why essential oils? So I'm going to read this little blip we put up. Pure essential oils are very complex. They are made up of multiple compounds, and each compound has its own properties that our bodies can use to help restore balance. Essential oils do not alter, so there's a typo there. Essential oils do not alter the body. They do not force changes, and they support the body in healing itself, and thus have very few, if any, side effects. Most modern pharmaceuticals are made to mimic nature and alter the body. One chemical property is taken from a plant or organism and reproduced synthetically in a lab. Outside of its own complex form, it can be damaging to the body, which is why medications have lists and lists of side effects, because we are altering the main chemical compound of those essential oils. So we are getting side effects because the oil in its whole form works harmoniously, and it works synergistically in your body. So therefore we don't have side effects. doTERRA has provided us with the best of nature's pharmacy in its whole pure form. I absolutely, I love that, you guys, because essential oils go to work on the plant to protect it. It is basically the plant's first aid system. And when the plant gets chopped down, they let the plant lay down for a little while before they harvest, because the essential oil doesn't know that the plant is dead, but the essential oil is going, and all its forces is going to go repair the plant. So when we leave the plant down for a little while, you're going to get a higher concentration of essential oils, because the essential oils start going to work. So this is a really important part of understanding how to get a pure essential oil, which takes us right into the next one here. Because if you don't understand the chemistry, which I don't understand it like the people who grow and cultivate, I know the basics of it, and understanding when the right time is to harvest is super important, and has a lot to do with the efficacy of your essential oil. So with doTERRA, every batch is tested 100% natural, no artificial ingredients, no fragrances, no fillers. Totally safe, you guys. It's certified to be free of pesticides, other chemical residual chemicals on it. There's no sprays going on. It's all safe, and it goes through 8 different testings to make sure that it's beyond organic standards. Potent. The oils are up to 80 times more potent than an herb, so a little tiny bit goes a really long ways. So we're gonna just briefly jump into the Lifelong Vitality Pack. I was talking to Jackie and Miranda just briefly about this. Out of all my 14 years of doing doula work, I've noticed that we actually tend to use more of the supplements than the oils. And there's various reasons for this, is because everybody needs to be on a supplement, whether you're a world-class athlete or we're world-class gardeners, okay? Everybody needs supplements. We need to put the good back into our body. So supplement is just that. It's a supplement of common sense health lifestyle, real food, safe environment, exercise. We need to add that. We can't just take a supplement. And I'm preaching to the choir and be like, okay, we can eat ding dongs all day and go to the donut shop. As much as I wish with all my heart we could do that, because that sounds amazing, we cannot do that. So doTERRA makes sure that their supplements are not power dosed or mega dose. It gives you what your body can actually absorb, and the rest we have to use diet and eating and exercising. So I also love that doTERRA makes sure their vitamins are formulated per each country that we sell in. So Japan is going to look different than America, because we lack omegas in our diets. Japan has higher omegas, so their formulas are going to be different, and doTERRA takes into consideration what's lacking in the diets in the different countries. So we have We have 400 micrograms of folate. The omega-3s help to replenish mom. This is the single biggest factor in postpartum depression is omegas. And I have found, myself included, when I doubled my omega dose, literally my brain fog would go away. After my second baby and my third and my fourth son, I had really bad postpartum depression, just trying to fight through getting up and brushing my teeth each day. And it was different than my first and second baby. And when I doubled my omegas, it was night and day for me to be able to start to be able to function and be present with my kids. So I love also that it has additional vitamin D. Vitamin D is going to be great for the immune system. We always suggest you can get another supplement, and I know doTERRA doesn't have an additional supplement of vitamin D, but I'd love that you can buy one that has K2. Dr. Miracola actually has some good ones. So I always suggest, if you're living in an area of the country where it's kind of gloomy, like here in the Pacific Northwest, definitely upping your vitamin D dose, and make sure it has K2, because when it has K2, it absorbs into your bones instead of onto the placenta and into your arteries. That's really, really important that it's vitamin D with K2. And these formula, so what your dosage that you're supposed to take is based off of a 150-pound person. So we're going to have to adjust it. So if you've got a mama who is 120 pounds, she's going to take half the dose that's recommended. And and then if she's over 150 pounds, we're going to take the full dose. All right, guys. So 150 pounds or less, we're going to half the dose. 150 pounds or more, we're going to give a full dose. So just keep that in mind. This is another one that our moms absolutely love from the birth center. My doula clients is Terrazyme. Terrazyme supports healthy digestion, skin health, food tolerance, supports food tolerance, aids the body in its ability to produce metabolic enzymes, because when we don't have enough digestive enzymes, our body steals from our metabolic enzymes. And this it helps the tissues repair and the neurotransmitters function, among many other things. We could talk just about this supplement on its own, but when we don't have enough digestive enzymes, it steals from our metabolic enzymes, and then our body can't heal as fast, and we don't see our tissues repairing as quickly. So when we can put our digestive enzymes in, we're gonna be able to break down the foods we're eating. You see less bloating, less tummy aches, and this is something that helps mama to be more comfortable as well. If she's eating things and it's not settling right, she can pop a couple Terrazyme and be feeling better within the next 30 minutes. So Terrazyme is definitely one that we add to the daily regimen. And if she can't eat it or swallow pills, she can actually open this one up and put it in some applesauce, and it tastes straight nasty when you do that, but it's a way to get it in the body still. Okay, PB Assist. So before birth, a healthy baby's GI tract is free of bacteria and other microorganisms. Oops, sorry guys, I don't know what happened there. There we go. Okay, during the birthing process, a baby is exposed to colonies of intestinal microflora from its mother. As healthy colonies of friendly microflora grow in a new baby's intestinal tract, the baby's immune system is trained or programmed to differentiate between the pathogenic and harmless microorganisms and respond appropriately. The baby's ability to respond in a measured way to harmful pathogens and not to respond to harmless antigens is an important part of preventing overreaction of the immune system, such as allergies and gut inflammatory disease. With a high cesarean rate and autoimmune disease on the increase, probiotics are a must. We have seen in the birth center, when women take probiotics, generally these babies have no colic when a mom is taking a probiotic throughout their whole pregnancy. We've seen a link when a mom is taking a lot of antacids. It's jacking up the baby's gut as well. So babies are born and they're really finicky and colicky. So again, I don't think you're gonna find a science journal written on this, but this is from our personal experience of seeing many babies being born at the birth center, and my clients in general who have been using antacids versus those who have not. So PB Assist is gonna be really good at helping the digestion of carbohydrates. Gut microflora also produce and help the body absorb vitamin K and help with absorption of nutrients such as calcium, magnesium, and iron. So your probiotic, your Terrazyme, which is your digestive enzyme, those two are going to be really, really important to offer a mama throughout her pregnancy. Okay, so here is some tangible oils that you can diffuse during labor. And this picture is of Leslie's belly, actually, Miranda. This is Leslie. This is the person who got me started with oils and shared. This is a picture of her, and she's got just the most beautiful belly. All right, guys, so we're gonna start with Citrus Bliss. And the way you can use these is we can use oils aromatic, topically, and internally. So we're gonna be talking about aromatic right here and a few ways to help mom get the oils, because we have a challenge here because moms tend to like oils and then they hate them the next hour, all right? So the way we combat this is by getting either a Kleenex, some ribbon, an essential oil diffuser necklace. And what we can do is put the oil on, I honestly like to keep it simple, cotton balls and tissue. So on a tissue, we put a few drops of Citrus Bliss and mom carries the tissue around. And when she goes into labor, it's so funny. She's like, okay, it's not funny, but she pats on the bed, finding her tissue when she's going into a heart. She finds it and she just holds it up to her nose and inhales and exhales and does the horse lips, loose jaw. But it's so cute because she doesn't have it in her hand. She goes looking for it like we do with our phone in the morning when it's lost in our covers. You know, we're trying to find it. But I love putting it on the tissue because as soon as she doesn't like the smell anymore, toss it. We can put a different one on. We can also, again, dip a piece of ribbon in some oil or drop it on, tie a little knot, and then put it as like a necklace. So it's, you know, diffusing on her, or a cotton ball, and she just puts it right between her boobs and her bra, and then she can smell that as her heat on her body is helping to diffuse that smell. Citrus Bliss is very uplifting. It's like a creamsicle in a bottle. And I see a lot of moms drawn to these 5 oils that I'm going to be talking about. So Serenity, it's very different than Citrus Bliss. Most of you guys have experience with these oils already. The Serenity is very calming. And this is going to be a great one if mom's feeling a lot of anxiousness. Maybe she's going from her home and then she's going into a hospital. We can use Serenity to just help calm as we're transitioning or risking out of a birth center or home. Or even if she's been laboring at home and it's time to go into the hospital, this is a great one when she's going to be introduced to bright lights, a lot of new people. We could use Serenity to just help calm those anxious feelings. And again, we can use it the same way. Tissue, cotton ball, a diffuser necklace, a diffuser bracelet. There's all sorts of ways to get the oils on without putting the oils directly on the skin. Next is Balance. And this is one that I use when I was having my 3rd baby. And Leslie, who's in this picture, she's introduced me to oils. And this is the first oil she introduced me to. I was 9 months pregnant doing a home birth, a water birth, and I fell in love with this oil. It does have some fractionated coconut oil in it already, so I actually use it as a deodorant right underneath my armpits. It is so grounding. It is so calming. It is good if people deal with PTSD, anxious feelings as well. And a lot of these are going to be good for antidepressant and anxious feelings. The key is finding out which one is best for your client, because your clients are all different. So we need to find one might be drawn to Citrus Bliss and really hate Balance. So we're going to have to just have these conversations and let her smell and rub her feet. Every doula appointment I go to, she knows she has to kick her feet off when I get there, and we rub oils on her feet. It's a way for her to start smelling the oils. We get some physical touch in. We learn to get really comfortable with each other, and who doesn't want a foot rub? So that's a great way to break the ice, also introducing essential oils to her at the same time. So Wild Orange, this has been an all-time favorite at the births. Again, you can diffuse it in a regular diffuser. You can use it because a regular diffuser, you can dump the water out and replace it as needed and as the mom chooses specific oils. But again, put it on tissue, a cotton ball. Wild Orange is just that. It is wild orange, and it smells like you are outside in an orange field, and it's very uplifting, very calming as well. I find it to be calming. Most of my clients love Wild Orange. And then there's Peace, and Peace is our reassuring blend. This is the straight oil, so we're going to make sure we dilute this one. If this one is going to go on mom, this one needs to be diluted because it's straight, and mom's skin can be very sensitive when she's pregnant. So I love Peace because I believe Peace has some patchouli in it, if I'm not mistaken, and it's very calming to the central nervous system. So again, let her try these out and see which one works for her. So we're going to move into perineal support. This has been, out of all of my doula clients, which I don't even know how, I've attended over hundreds of births, and the perineal support has been an all-time favorite. We also use this one in Haiti. So I help run a nonprofit birth center in Cap-Haitian, Haiti, and we have a lot of women come through, and we make this perineal support, and they love it. So this is what's in your perineal support. We're going to do, my assistant forgot to put a couple of other oils on here, so I'm going to tell you the recipe. So it's going to be frankincense, myrrh. Myrrh is not on here, so please write that one down. Frankincense, myrrh, helichrysum, lavender, and geranium. Geranium is not on here as well, those 5. So we're going to do about, I don't know why we say 10 drops of each, so ignore that. This slide got a little messed up here. So we're going to start with 5 drops of each, and just ignore the writing. I'm going to tell you guys what we're going to do. You're going to get let me show you guys here. You can just do a 1 or 2 ounce spritzer jar. So I always have these. I do not pre-make them because I don't want the essential oil just in here hanging out in the water until mom's ready to use it. So you can do I prefer a 2 ounce or a 4 ounce. This is a little small because she's going to use it after every trip to the bathroom. So you're going to do 5 drops of each of those 5 oils I just told you about, or Immortelle. If you get Immortelle oil, it's in a little roll-on. It's our anti-aging blend, but Immortelle has all of these oils and rose. So I actually love Immortelle if we don't have all 5 of these oils, and perhaps you just have Immortelle. Take about, again, about 10 drops of Immortelle. So we're going to put it in here, and then we're going to fill it with water and with witch hazel. So half water, half witch hazel, and shake it and spray. That's what we're going to do. We're going to shake and spray. So Mama's going to use her perineum clean with a perineum, you know, the bottle that they clean themselves with. Why is my brain having a fart here? You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know what the bottle, they rinse themselves. Come on. You guys can help me out here. Go ahead. You can unmute yourselves if you want. Why am I forgetting the name of this? Come on, Nagin, jump in. The bottle that you put the little drop of iodine in.
Yes, I know. And I'm sitting there thinking about like the spritzer, what is it called?
Perineum, okay, the rinser bottle. Okay, guys, the rinser bottle. There's an actual name to it, but you get this rinser bottle. So you're going to rinse yourself off, right? Because we're bleeding and we got to get all clean, pat dry. This is the key. After you pat dry, spray it. Do not wipe it away. We are not using fractionated coconut oil, which I said this slide was jacked up. You guys, I apologize. We don't use fractionated coconut oil because we are already moist enough down there. We do not need to add more moisture, okay? We've got all sorts of stuff going on downstairs. So we just use water, witch hazel, and it helps with drying. It helps with healing any damaged tissues. It's really great at helping stop the blood, slow down the bleeding as well. And it's very soothing and comforting. So this has been a home run hitter for every single client. And I'll talk to you guys about what I make up for my clients at the end here. Okay, so low back massage. So we've got to be aware of if mother is getting into a shower or if she's going to be soaking in a tub. So I want to make sure if we know that's going to happen, we are not putting deep blue all over her and then she getting into the bathtub, okay? Because the oil is going to sit on the surface, and if the baby's born, the baby's head comes out of the water, and guess what's going to go all over the baby's head is deep blue, okay? So if we're going to, exactly, Nagin's face says it all. So it's really important that we understand what the birth game plan is here. So deep blue is one that I use really cautiously because a mom can change her mind to, no, I don't want the water, to, I need to get in the shower. So sometimes putting it on the legs is really good. I rub their legs. I'll even use it on dad's legs as well, or their partner's legs, because their partner's working really hard with them as well. So I'm going to encourage you guys to use deep blue for achy legs. If they're getting spasms in their legs, they're just up a lot, deep blue is going to be really fabulous. You can actually also put it on dad's shoulders or partner's shoulders as well. Because if they're squeezing a lot of hip, right, they're doing a lot of hip squeezing. If they're, holding up mom, their muscles are getting really sore too. So take into consideration the birth partner as well. All right, so low back massage. this is a tried and true recipe. I've used it at home births, and I put it in a little roll-on like this, you guys. Just put it in your roll-on. You're gonna do 6 drops of lavender, 6 drops of marjoram, 3 drops of ginger, 3 drops of black pepper, and then you can also add patchouli if you want. Again, it's a love-hate relationship with patchouli. So that's one recipe, and I'm gonna give you guys an alternative here. Oh, no, I'm joking. Okay, hold on. She did not, okay, she changed the slides. So Tammy and I, my assistant and I were working on the slides right before we got to you guys. So what I just gave you guys was the first recipe, and then I had her switch it out with the secondary. So you're gonna do the same thing, except you're gonna replace the ginger and the patchouli with wintergreen and Siberian fir. So right here, we have lavender, marjoram, wintergreen, black pepper, and Siberian fir. Same amount of drops you're gonna use, okay? So 6 lavender, 6 marjoram, 3 wintergreen, 3 black pepper, and 3 Siberian fir. Okay, you guys can do that. But the other one is you can replace the wintergreen and the Siberian fir with ginger and patchouli. So those are 2 different recipes depending on your client. So you guys can even mix 2 separate roll-ons up. Anyways, you're gonna put those drops in, you're gonna fill it up with fractionated coconut oil. And this is one that she can use even if she's gonna get in the shower, because we've got it pre-diluted already. It's okay. Even if she's gonna get in the tub, she can use this one because we've got that carrier oil in there. Okay, so these are some of the things I've learned as a doula, and I wanted to just briefly chat about a couple more things that we didn't have time to put into a slide. So, like I said, if you can rub your doula client's feet beforehand when you first get to appointments, this is gonna help you identify what oils that she likes. This is really important because we have to give her a slew of oils to choose from, and then we take her favorites to the hospital, to her house, to the birth center, okay? Next is balance. So balance is gonna help with circulation and blood circulation, helping those cells move more freely. And I like to put balance on before she gets her IV put in. So if you put if she has hard veins to find, put balance on, because the balance are gonna help her veins become a little more plump, okay? So balance is gonna be good. Now, if she's getting poked a lot and she's got bruising, let's use helichrysum and cypress. That's gonna help with the bruising on her arms from veins that have bursted and that it might just be a little painful. So helichrysum and cypress. If you're at home or you're delivering a baby on the side of the road, because that happens sometimes, I use cypress, and at the birth center, we actually use cypress as well for hemorrhaging. And I'm not saying don't take a mom in if she's hemorrhaging because we're gonna use cypress oil. Okay, we're gonna pay attention to blood loss, pulse, blood pressure, right? All of these things. And of course we're doulas. We're generally not the midwife in charge, but I've had multiple births at home because I live in a small town where I've helped babies be born. So I will put cypress right under her tongue, just like 3 drops of cypress. And this helps clamp down on blood vessels to help minimize the amount of blood loss that's happening. So we can use that. We can also, we could also use it on broken blood vessels and varicosity. If we got some varicosity going on, just use some cypress. Support her intuition. A lot of moms are like, what oils are safe? And I tell them with doTERRA, all the oils are safe. If your intuition tells you to use something and her intuition tells her to, if her intuition tells her to use something, support that. If she is low risk, she can use what she wants. If she is high risk, then I usually will not encourage internal use, and I will not encourage clary sage or basil. Clary sage and basil can be uterine stimulators. So if her body is starting to spot in that first trimester, she's spotting and her body is, or she's had prior miscarriages, let's just avoid clary sage, because clary sage is gonna help the uterus do what it's trying to do. So if the uterus is trying to, perhaps not hold this pregnancy, then we don't want to encourage that. So keep that in mind as well. Okay, let's see. So at home births and at the birth center, we have a stainless steel pan, and we call it going fishing. But when there's parts of amniotic fluid or mucus plugs coming out, or she's pushing and we've got poop in the tub, we have this little fish net and we fish out all of the floaties that are in the tub, so that she has a Miranda, so that she has a clean tub. So mamas pay attention in the tub to what's in there. And when she sees her poop floating around, she is not happy about that. So before she can even see it, we scoop it out and we have a pan that has water in it. And it's literally like a fish, what you catch fish with. So we clean it out, we put it in the pan, you know, drop it in the pan, but it can get smelly. Obviously it's fecal matter. So I put a bunch of wild orange and lemon in the water in this pan. So when we bring the pan over, or we're by, she's not even paying attention at this point normally, but she smells wild orange and lemon, not poop. Okay. So this just helps the atmosphere. It helps mom feel this uplifting feeling instead of smelling her own poop by her. So keep that in mind. Lemon, any citrus in that pan is going to be really helpful. When a mama calls and she's like, I think this is it, I always say, take a shower and put lavender all over your belly. Lavender is going to help bring down uterine surges. So if we're just having prodromal labor, or perhaps she's in really early labor, we can use a shower and lavender to help those contractions come way down and she can go sleep. As soon as the lavender doesn't work anymore and the shower doesn't work anymore and she can't sleep, then we know we're getting into go time. So lavender is a really great one to help her to be able to just kind of ward off Braxton Hicks or prodromal labor and be able to rest a little bit. So, so that is what I've got for you guys. Like I said, it's a pretty simple slideshow I've got here, but I want to open it up to any questions you guys might have at all. Just go ahead and unmute yourself and fire away. You guys, unless you don't have any, and I didn't confuse you guys to give you too much or too little information.
I'm wondering, I have a list of kits. I know some of the people that Jackie invited and who Negin might share this recording with too. If they haven't gotten a doTERRA a wholesale account, like what is the best way for them to start? I have a list of kits that I can share my screen with.
Oh, awesome. Absolutely. So is this, so pertaining to being a doula, right, Miranda? Are you pertaining to birth, the best kit?
Birth, like how to support, like how to find their, experience for themselves, but also like if they're just starting out this career. And can you see me still?
Yeah, I just took the screen share off. You can
okay.
see, you share your screen if you wanted to.
Okay, thanks. And like, so what would be a nice one for them to start with so that they could, start incorporating oils with their clients and kind of get started.
So we have a newer kit that came out, and Miranda, you might be able to pull it up. It's the one that has the adaptive and copaiba, and I believe it might have balance in it as well. They just changed the names on these, you guys, so we're working to make sure we get the names right. I believe it's called the Healthy Essential Kit.
Essential, yeah.
Yes, the Healthy Essential Kit. So this one they just came out with. That's why Miranda and I were like, what's the name?
Yeah.
They just came out with this one, and this is a brilliant kit. When she pulls it up.
There it is.
Yes. Okay. Let's check it out. We'll talk about it. So what you guys can do when she talks about, Miranda's talking about like, okay, if you guys don't have oils, you can purchase one of three ways. You can buy them retail. Miranda can send you a retail link, but that is the most expensive way. And generally that only happens in spas or chiropractic clinics is where we buy retail. So Miranda is going to help you guys set up wholesale accounts. And a wholesale account is where you get 25% off retail. And when you purchase any of the starter kits, it waives the wholesale fee. So the wholesale fee is $35, and it's similar to Costco. When you go to Costco, you pay your membership fee and then you get to shop. The same thing with doTERRA. You pay your membership fee, you get to shop. But when you purchase one of these kits, like the one that she has pulled up right now, there's quite a few to choose from. But when you purchase a kit, it actually waives that $35 fee, and you're purchasing below wholesale, because when you add up the cost of this kit right here, you're saving quite a bit of money, which I don't know the exact total. I want to say it's something like $90 is what you're saving. Numbers are not my jam.
Yeah, it's $249 wholesale. Mm-hmm.
$249 wholesale. So, but if you were to add up all of these oils together, it would be above the wholesale cost. So doTERRA always puts kits together so that you're paying below wholesale and you're waiving that $35 fee that to have access to 25% off retail. So we always suggest purchasing wholesale, right? So once you purchase your wholesale account, now you have access to doing wellness box subscriptions. Those wellness boxes come right to your door and you can replace what you're using on your doula clients. And for me, I actually sign my doula clients up. That's what I do. So I offer them a free wholesale account and it comes in the fee that I charge. So the fee that I charge them includes the $35 fee. So I tell them I will cover that $35 fee for them to get access, right? But then most of the time when they see the kits, they want a kit. So they get a kit and I still pay them back the $35 because that's what I tell them. I'm always going to give you $35 just because that would be what I pay for starting a wholesale account. So they purchase a kit, they have it, they're set up, we get them started on what oils they're going to need for their birth and what oils they're going to need beforehand is for their pregnancy. So you get to create one of your appointments to be all about helping them find what's best for them. That's what I do. So I offer one appointment per each trimester, a total of 3 appointments, even if I meet them in their second trimester. But we do a 4th appointment when they're interested in learning about how to get this free wholesale account. So we can even talk into the details of that. But I love this kit, you guys, because we've got Deep Blue for pain, right? We talked about Deep Blue. We had the rub, but Deep Blue, you could put in a little roller bottle just like this, and you can have it ready to go for them. Pre-diluted. Adaptive. This is our calming blend. This is going to be good for people who have who might be on an antidepressant, anti-anxiety, pharmaceutical, and she wants to maybe start weaning off with her doctor's help. And adaptive and the adaptive complex is actually really powerful. It works with the GABA receptors in the body, and it helps to mellow anxious people who deal with anxious feelings, mellow them down. We've got On Guard, which right now is all about immune, right? We live in this current time where mamas are like, I want to be protected. I want to be protected. On Guard is our immune blend. You can go to pubmed.org and see this oil is proven to kill MRSA and staph as well. So at the birth center I work at, we actually clean with this oil. We clean with hydrogen peroxide. We don't use any bleach or things like that. So love On Guard. Digestin is going to be if she's got heartburn, indigestion, she's got any tummy stuff going on. Digestin is going to replace her antacids so that we're not jacking up her gut, her homeostasis balancing of the gut or the babies as well. Breathe is a great oil when we're feeling really congested, because pregnant women, they get congested. So Breathe is going to help open up that respiratory tract. Balance, that's the oil I was talking about that helps me to calm down. I use it as a deodorant. Balance is going to be a grounding. It's going to just help you feel very, very grounded and centered. Copaiba is going to be for pain. So remember we were talking about the lower back roll-on that you could use for pain. You can actually add or substitute out one of those oils. Mom might really hate the smell of one of them, and use Copaiba. Copaiba is our endocannabinoid oil, and it affects the CB2 receptors, which is really powerful for inflammatory and immune response. So this oil has been flying off the shelf. Love Copaiba. Peppermint. This is a great one, which I didn't talk about. You can put a drop in the toilet. So mom has to, shortly after having the baby, we want her to go to the bathroom to go pee. So sometimes she has a hard time because, you know, she just had a baby. Sometimes she has a hard time having that first urine. So when you put peppermint in the toilet, it actually opens up the capillaries in the body, and it allows her to have that first urination a little bit easier. Lavender. Lavender is all things calming, you guys, all things calming. And this is going to be great for the baby massages, and some fractionated coconut oil. And then lemon is going to be a citrus, uplifting, diffuse it. Just like I said, wild orange was one that she absolutely loved in the room. Lemon is another. Basically any of your citruses. She can also drink this in her water for a gentle, mild detox. It's not going to get in the way of nursing when she's nursing, and it's not going to hurt her when she's pregnant. So this is, this kit just came out, like I said, a couple weeks ago. Love, love, love. And then you've got the diffuser. So you've got your diffuser to take to births with you, and this is your startup birth bag right here. Love, love, love this kit. And then I think Miranda has a Diamond Club promo going on, promotions right now, special promotions where you could actually get, I believe, is it Citrus Bliss?
Yeah, you get Citrus Bliss for free with the purchase of any kit. And then you're also eligible for next month to get 25 points, which is like $25 to use towards free product. If you purchase even more next month, you know, to have as a stash. But and there's several kits. This is definitely not the cheapest one, but you know, like that's why I asked you, because I, you know, really trust your judgment on what would be a great place to start to support, but also just to help new moms too. I wished I had been introduced to doTERRA when I had my kid.
100%. I love, and this is, I mean, you've got all these, like, okay, so stop right here is the Healthy Start Kit. So this one is, you can definitely see the price point is a little different on this one, and all fabulous oils still. We covered the majority of this minus oregano. Oregano is going to be great for GI cleanse. This is going to be good for skin tags, plantar's warts. This is one you're probably not going to use on your infant, but this is definitely one mama can use postpartum if she's dealing with thrush, or we're dealing with mastitis, right? Different things postpartum. Oregano is nature's antibiotic. The next one in here was frankincense. So frankincense is the king of oils. Frankincense is good enough for baby Jesus. Frankincense is good enough for us, guys. This is helps with healthy cell function. It helps with creating apoptosis. So if a cell is damaged from free radicals, it will help it to self-explode. So in a nutshell, it fights the big C. And then we've got tea tree in here, and tea tree is all things skin. Again, this is going to be a great one to put in arrowroot powder and make a diaper rash cream along with lavender. And those are really the only different oils. And then you have the Breve diffuser, which is a 12-hour diffuser. And all of this, again, is below wholesale, and it waives that $35 fee. So this is another really good one right here. Oh yeah, and it's got, of course, okay, so then this is the one you've got your, so this might be one that mom would like to purchase. So of course we want our doulas to stay healthy. So as doulas, you guys taking your lifelong vitality is going to be really important to stay awake and to be able to drive home and to function, because we're up at really wacky hours. It's got your gut, your digestin, or your Terrazyme, gut enzyme, and then it's got your probiotic as well. And this is a great little kit with lemon, balance, on guard, frankincense, and lavender. So again, this one is 125 PV and roughly about $195. So I like this one too, but this is not my first pick. This is one that your client would probably like to purchase right here.
Yeah, and there's larger kits, and you know, for the sake of time, I think it's best if, you know, the larger kits actually come with a free bottle of Adaptive as well as the Citrus Bliss. This one is like a little mini diamond kit, because it has a little bit of everything, because we have natural products based on essential oils. But and then they even have like the smallest kit, which has that deep blue, the lemon, the On Guard, and the Serenity. And then if you wanted to get the free Citrus Bliss, you could add a $30, basically a $30 product of your choice to this kit and get the free Citrus Bliss. But this is the most economical way to start. You know, we all are living in different times right now. Everybody has different price points, but we definitely don't want to deprive you, because the bigger the kit you go, the bigger the discount. And with this one is the cheapest one that you can get with the Citrus Bliss, but they're all great.
5 ml. These are 5 ml bottles too. So make sure you guys know it's you know, it's a 5 ml. So it's going to be like a sample, kind of a little sample of the oils for you to give a go. Give it a go, make samples up for your clients as well. But I love all of these kits, and I think that you guys having a talk with Miranda about what you want to do in your practice is going to be really important. And Miranda could help you guys pick a kit that's relevant, because I don't know, maybe you'd rather use supplements for your clients instead of oils right now, or maybe you want to use oils and not focus on supplements. So anyways, we're all in different spaces as we're growing. So Miranda, I just read you said I talked about Immortelle blend, and I failed to realize that some of you guys probably might not know what Immortelle blend is, but it's a blend of frankincense, sandalwood, lavender, myrrh, helichrysum, and rose. So this is a really great oil for supporting any trauma to tissues. You can even make a circumcision spray, and I know circumcision is highly, it's one of the, it's like talking about vaccines, right? It's one that people really struggle having conversations that are nice. And I just want to let you guys know, though, that I simply support the parents' decision after they make informed decisions. And if that's something that they end up doing, I always give them remedies to help aid in healing, always, okay? Because it's not my decision. So, but I do educate. So, and just down on the record, I have 4 boys, 2 that are circumcised and 2 that aren't. So I get to be on both sides of the camp here.
Yeah, and I know some of you guys, you know, you could be watching the recording at this point, or you've been invited by Negin or Jackie or maybe somebody else that we know here. So I'm here to just help support them as well. You know, I'm by no means a birthing expert. I have my own daughter, but I'm here just to help support you guys in finding what's best for you guys. So if you need me at all. So that's all.
Miranda's amazing. I've got to work with Miranda for, oh my gosh, how many years now, Miranda? 6 years, you guys. And she is so committed to helping and serving people. So I just want to tell you guys, you're in really, really good hands. And she and I talk all the time. So if you guys have questions that she can't answer, I'm here as well. And you guys are welcome to connect with me as you guys need to as well. So,
yeah, part of that is having that support system and being, you know, part of getting a kit with us is having the support with us, and we're all a team. And, you know, I asked her to come here and educate us. So that's part of her love for us and my love for, you know, just passing it down. So thank you so much, Karina.
Yeah, absolutely. The oils are powerful. Like I said, we have the largest birth center in Oregon. This is where I'm apprenticing, and they use oils every single day and every appointment because the women love them. Not just the women, but their partners love them. The children that they bring in love them. So I just want to encourage you guys, if this presentation has sparked an interest in you, keep pressing in, keep learning more, asking Miranda, because as a doula, like, you are going to have to use essential oils eventually. And doTERRA is the essential oils that you want to use by far. So enjoy the recording. And thank you, Miranda, for letting me be with these fabulous women. And I'm here again, if there's any questions you guys want to unmute.
Yeah, I tried to unmute people, but I was having trouble. So if you want to ask a question, please ask away.
Yeah, or chat
or say something in the chat so I can try to unmute you myself.
You know what? I can probably unmute. Oh no, you can't unmute them?
I was just having trouble. So I think that Jackie just unmuted herself though. So
oh, good, perfect. Hi, Jackie.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for everything you guys done. I've learned a lot.
Oh, I'm so glad. That's why we came here. If you take away one thing, it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, and if anybody wants to get started, get a hold of Jackie. Jackie can get a hold of me, and I'll help guide you for whatever budget fits you, or for whatever you like.
Yeah, and Jackie, congratulations on your doula journey, and I think you're going to just do absolutely fabulous. So reach out anytime you need support, okay?
Thank you so much. I will. Thank you.
Awesome, you guys.
Yeah, thanks, Karina. It's great to see you.
You too, Negin. Thank you for jumping on.
Yeah, no, it was great. You know, one thing I was going to say about with the peppermint, I didn't know that about helping to urinate. I think that's amazing.
Isn't that cool?
That's a new one for me. So, because actually in my birth, that was an issue for me. And so I wish I had known that 10 years ago.
I know. I feel like we all say that about something. I'll leave you doulas with a really quick tip too. When mom goes to the bathroom, sometimes, you know, it burns when she goes to the bathroom. She urinates. So a woman who had 10 babies taught me this. She was sitting with me in the bathroom, and I was like, cringing as I'm trying to pee. And she's like, put your head between your legs. Like, so lean down when you're on the toilet, right? As far as you can. So your ears are kind of down by your knees. And then it creates the stream to not hit your perineum at all. It creates a stream to go straight down. So when we tilt down like that, the stream goes down, and it doesn't drip or burn at all. Not at all. So.
Oh, that's amazing. And I think it's just called a peri bottle.
Bottle, right? I was like, the perineum bottle? What is it? It's a peri bottle.
It's just a peri bottle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks for being on. All right, Miranda, thank you for having me.
Thank you, guys. That was really awesome.
Great.
Take care, ladies.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.